I want to show you what evil looked like. I've said to you over and over again, and I will continue to remind you until you stop using the language, that there is no such thing as racism, sexism, homophobism, Islamophobism, deadbeat dad isms. All those isms are not true. They're words made up by the children of the lie in order to deceive. And the children of the lie, the Democratic Party, the liberal media, the right-o Republicans, and some of the Neville Trumpers. And when you use their language, you suffer for it. We got to tell the truth, and it's the truth that changes and defeats the lie. Look at the Great White Hope for an example. He's telling the truth and defeating the lie. But you can only do that when you return to truth by forgiving your parents, and especially your mothers, so God can forgive you and then life will change. You can wake up. But I want to give you examples of truth. There was a confirmation hearing that started on Tuesday with Brett Kavanaugh for U.S. Supreme Court. And this judge was recommended by the Great White Hope, President Donald Trump. And because he was recommended by the president, the children of the lie, the Democrats and others, are trying all that they can do to stop this from happening. And not because the man is a bad man. It's been said over and over again. I don't personally know the guy, but what I've heard, what I've read, the little bit I've read about Brett Kavanaugh, he's a good man, good judge. And up until the president chose him to become the next U.S. Supreme Court justice, he was liked by most people. And now the children of the lie, the Democrats, are showing their true colors because they hate the president. And they also want to control the courts. Did you know that the only way that the abortion became a law in the United States of America was because the U.S. Supreme Court brought it in, not because the people voted for it. Were you aware of that? That's some amazing stuff. Fox News, Senate Democrats protest hijack Brett Kavanaugh hearings for Supreme Court. And this is the opening of the hearing yesterday. And there's this black, liberal, godless, evil Democrat. This woman is as bad or maybe even worse. And I don't know if you can get any worse, but let's say the evil get worse with each generation. And it does if you don't deal with it. This woman is as bad as the wicked witch of the West, Maxine Waters with the low IQ. She is as bad and worse as the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama, and his wife, Big Mama Michelle, the woman that was hoochie mama dancing all through the 8 years of the White House. Hoochie mama. You can take the woman out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the woman. Well, so I want you to pay attention to Kamala Harris. This is from Fox News. Watch how this evil woman right away, and then I want you to know too, these are the type of black women who are raising boys and girls, who are joining gangs, who are having babies out of wedlock, who are drug addicts, who are committing crimes, who are hating white Americans. They are coming out of these types of homes. Fox News, Senator Chuck Grassley opened the hearing, and Kamala Harris, a Democrat from California, interrupts.
Good morning. I welcome everyone to this confirmation hearing on the nomination of Judge Brett Kavanaugh.
Mr. Chairman.
To serve as Associate Justice.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be recognized for a question before we proceed.
Regular order, Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be recognized to ask a question before we proceed. The committee received just last night.
This is how these black women act, these children of the lie. This is a queen, by the way. You know how those black people is talking about, oh, my black queen. This is a queen from hell, from the gates of hell. I went to Israel once, It was fascinating. We went to the gates of hell. I thought of Kamala Harris. It was like a dark pit in this old city. And it's like, you look down in there, just pure darkness. And they say that's the gates of hell. That's where the gates of hell was at one point. Kamala lives there. And so does the Wicked Witch of the West Maxine, along with Big Mama Michelle Obama and that Sheila Jackson. Oh, they're from the gates of hell. So Kamala think that just because she's black and female, she can get away with this crap. Grassley welcomed Kavanaugh and his family as Democratic women interrupts.
We have not had an opportunity to review or read or analyze.
You're out of order. I'll proceed.
We cannot possibly move forward, Mr. Chairman.
I
with this
extend a
hearing.
very
Evil
warm
woman.
We have
welcome
not
to
been
Judge
given an
Kavanaugh,
opportunity to have a meaningful
his wife,
hearing on
Ashley.
this nominee.
Turn
You
the
have
mic
two
off.
daughters.
Mr. Chairman,
Their
I
extended
agree with my
family and
colleague,
friends.
Senator Harris. Mr. Chairman,
Judge
we
Kavanaugh's
received
many law
42,000
clerks
documents that we haven't
and
been able
everyone else
to
joining us
review last
today.
night.
That's another evil woman, evil white Democratic woman. The Democratic Party is evil. The whole party is corrupt. And look what type of people are running today. There's a black woman out of Massachusetts that beat out a Democratic white guy who had been there for a long time. I don't have her name. We'll get it for you. And this woman is a far-left liberal socialist. And so the Democratic Party is getting worse. And any Christian who vote for these people and say that you are a child of God, you are a liar, and the truth ain't in you. Her name is, what's her name, James? Ayanna Pressley, a black socialist, nasty woman. If they take over our government, what's happening to white people in South Africa will happen here. Mommy Africa. So here are a few more soundbites from the hearing yesterday of Judge Kavanaugh. And from what I'm hearing, a fine judge. He just hated because these children of the lie hate the great white hope. So, and I want to remind you that the judge's family, his children, his wife were there, and the Democrats didn't care at all. And I don't want to hear this thing about the children. They pretend to care about the illegal alien children than they do the children who are born in this great nation. They are liars. The Democratic Party is a party of evil. And you can't be a Christian. Be not deceived. You can't serve good and evil. The Democrat Richard Blumenthal tries to adjourn the hearing before it starts. And you're going to see this crowd try to drown out the meeting. These are children of the lie. Example, some of them. Here we go.
And we believe this hearing
I
should be
know this is an
postponed.
exciting day for all of you here,
Mr. Chairman.
and you're rightly proud
Mr. Chairman,
of
if
Judge.
we cannot be recognized, I move to adjourn.
The American people.
Chairman, I move
get
to adjourn.
hear directly from Judge Kavanaugh later this afternoon.
Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn.
And the Democrats are doing this because they have nothing else to offer. And so they just try to intimidate you, they interrupt, because they have nothing. And I'm telling you, elections are coming up, midterm elections. If you vote for the Democrats, you get what you deserve. I don't want to hear it. Because the Democrats will destroy everything that's good, that the Great White Hope built up. Your taxes will change. Everything is going to change. Blumenthal goes on about mockery and charade. And then this Muslim feminist, Linda, I don't know what her last name is, Sarsour, shout from the crowd. This woman is a Muslim. She does not represent black people. She was one of the women who participated in the so-called Me Too rally that they had. And this woman brought up black people and slavery. Stop using black people, even if black people are crazy that they can't see they're being used. Stop it. But Here is Blumenthal goes on about mockery and charade.
We have been denied real access to the documents we need to advise.
Chairman,
and
regular
defend,
order is called for.
which turns this hearing into a charade and a mockery of our norms.
Well-
and Mr. Chairman, I therefore move to adjourn this hearing.
Okay.
This is a mockery and a travesty of justice.
That's a Muslim.
This is a travesty of justice. We will not go back. Cancel Brett Kavanaugh. Adjourn the hearing.
Send that woman back over to. Send that Muslim woman back over to Allah Akbar and see if she does that kind of stuff. Knowing it's evil at work. Send her back. She doesn't have a right to do that in our country. Send, what's her name? Send Linda Sarsour back to Kuwait, wherever she came from. Wherever. And see if she can do that kind of stuff over there. I'm sick of these people coming into my country, and when they come into my country, they attack us. That doesn't make logical sense. Where is the appreciation? Let her go back over to the Muslim countries and see if she'll get up and carry on like that. What an evil, nasty woman. Allahu Akbar's daughter. I'm sick of these foreigners coming here and showing a lack of appreciation for this great nation. And the last one I want to show you is Cory Booker, another evil, weak, beta, nasty man who represents everything that's evil. Cory Booker is a black Democrat from New Jersey. He supports abortion, so-called same-sex marriage, weak on the military. He believes that blacks are so dumb that they need someone like him to think and do for them, to keep them on the government dole. So last, Senator Cory Booker, a Democrat from New Jersey, addressed Brett Kavanaugh. This is from the Democrats. Cory Booker goes on about rights to abortion, same-sex marriage.
Union organizers, civil rights activists, women's rights activists who fought for, struggled for, and died for many of these rights. The right for women to make their own medical decisions, including the right to an abortion and not a back alley butcher.
This man's a
The right of
liar.
all Americans to marry who they love. The right to vote and to work free of discrimination regardless of race, and the rights of all Americans. These are our rights. These are our American rights.
What a beta male. I'm almost full-blown beta. I'm telling you. You know, the unfortunate thing is that most, not all, but most black people love liars like this. They love corrupt politicians and corrupt preachers and corrupt people. And they're going to fall for it because this man is corrupt. He's just like Barack Obama. The civil rights movement was not about homosexuality. It was not about killing children in the womb. It wasn't about two men or two women pretending to be normal and so-called getting married. That's disgusting. Black people didn't die for that. Black people, by the way, were 100% against that during those days. They have been convinced over the years that abnormality is normal. And then the unfortunate thing, though, even the black Christians will vote for Cory Booker. And the last soundbite I want to get in here, Booker says the privilege win Kavanaugh's court decisions while minorities lose. What a liar. Here we go.
It seems so clear that in your courts, the same folks seem to win over and over again.
That's phony
The
voice.
powerful, the privileged, big corporations, special interests, and over and over again, the folks that lose are the folks that, why I came to Washington to fight, working folks, consumers, women, immigrants, minorities, the disadvantaged, the poor.
This man is saying nothing.
This is the challenge before us. This is why so much is at stake.
It's these type of people that have been keeping black people down for the last 50 to 60 years because most black people stopped thinking for themselves. You got to think for yourself. Trump tweeted, the Brett Kavanaugh hearing for the future justice of the Supreme Court are hearings for the future justice of the Supreme Court are truly a display of how mean, angry, and despicable the other side is. They will say anything and are only looking to inflict pain and embarrassment to one of the most highly renowned jurists to ever appear before Congress. So sad to see. I'm sad to see it, but I'm glad to see it because you need to see what evil looked like. And you just saw it. It's up to you what you got to do. You choose good or you choose evil. You make the choice. And if you decide to go with evil, it's your fault because you have a choice to make. And that's what evil looked like. The Democratic Party is an evil party. The liberal media, the radical homosexuals, the radical Black Lives Matter folks are evil people. Cory Booker, evil. I'll take your calls when I come back. You make the decision, folks. I'm just here to tell you. It's up to you.